I hate hotel lighting at night. Hey vlog fam. So this one's a little bit different. As mentioned in the last vlog, I'm in Taipei, Taiwan. I was brought over here by ASUS for Computex and also to check out a bunch of the devices that they've launched. So this video is a bit of a mix of things. It's my experience in the last few days being carted around ASUS HQ and to a bunch of different media events. It's also a product preview, like literally this vlog's coming out like right after embargo. And it's also a confessional because I did some dumb things and maybe didn't come across as professionally as I might have liked to have. It all starts off with our first night here in Taipei where we went out for dinner. This was my first time ever having hot pot. I'd never had hot pot. I have seen and heard about hot pot. Turns out I like hot pot. It was delicious and it was really nice to catch up with my friends at ASUS, some of whom I've known for a very long time. Ready? 1, 2, 3, cheese! A lovely little get to know you and get to reunite with people session before the next day, which was our big day at ASUS HQ. All the tech influencers who are on the road with me for this journey have done this a lot. Like, you know, the whole going to an event before the embargo, meaning before you're actually even allowed to talk about the thing, so you can see the thing and then talk about the thing, and it's their bread and butter. Like, I feel a little bit like an imposter because like my content isn't tech reviews, but because I'm an artist and I guess I'm like their use case. I love high-powered tech. I have a lot of tech demands when it comes to my editing and a lot of my animation and videos and all this stuff. Like, I'm in the position where they wanted me to check out the tech along with the tech people so I could experience it and share it with you guys. The point I'm trying to get to is there's a whole bunch of products that ASUS have launched or are about to launch that we were all about to be shown at ASUS HQ that we weren't even allowed to talk about, weren't allowed to post videos or photos or anything like that. So that was new to me. Side note, although I am technically here for ProArt and ZenBook, I was pretty bloody excited about the ROG Ally X for personal reasons. So ASUS/ROG, if you feel like sending me one of those, I'll be happy to review it. I mean, I've got this Steam Deck. You don't want me to show this off, do you? I'm sorry, it's so unprofessional. So anyways, I got to sit in on the ROG announcements and pre-embargo stuff, which was very cool. But then I was taken to the ProArt stuff. There was other stuff in the room. The ProArt stuff is the stuff I was interested in. So the new lineup has 3 models. The P16, which is like their clamshell powerhouse, traditional laptop, but really, really high power. Then there's the PX13, which is their flexible laptop. It can entirely fold 180 and be used in a tablet mode. All of these, by the way, are stylus compatible.
What is that?
Just a poop emoji. My personal favorite, the PZ13, is a really cool, slim and powerful laptop in a tablet format, but with a magnetized keyboard and a stand that makes it an incredibly versatile, portable art station. I like this form factor. Sorry. Don't break the fancy new things.
So you can like also...
Oh, I see. That's amazing. Oh, that's cool too. There's no like, because you can see the prongs. So I was like, oh, do I have to like, no, that's nice. That's really impressive. I'm sorry to say, I already have a favorite. Genuinely mind-blowing, and I could see this becoming my daily driver. Like, it's basically better spec than the S13 OLED, which is my daily driver, but like smushed together with the ASUS ProArt display. These are the things I take with me traveling. The PZ13 basically like ploops them into one. It's very cool. Anyways, we got to check out a bunch of their new AI workflow tools. They made Muse Tree, which is like for idea generation and brainstorming, and Story Cube, which is for like file management and organization. And after I got to check those out, we got taken on a tour of the very fancy ASUS HQ, learnt a bit about their history, and while they were flexing their fancy workplaces and amenities on us.
And also we have a pool table outside.
Ooh. All right, let's just say they weren't the only ones doing the flexing. Go do the top one.
The lightest one?
No, I mean the heaviest one.
This one?
Yeah, go on.
Really?
Yeah, let's see.
Really?
See what happens. easy. It's fun.
You don't use it like that, but okay. You could.
After our tour, it was my group's turn to go see the inner workings of these flagship devices and some upcoming stuff. It was really interesting seeing literally the inner workings of some of the coolest consumer tech out there, including this epic prototype of a laptop cover concept where the cover of the laptop itself is high quality color e-ink, which uses no battery to sustain a completely customizable surface screen, which honestly looks so good, like a stunning matte art print on paper. The technology is insane. All that flickering, by the way, only happens when it's changing to a different image. It has to like remove and add the ink pixels in a certain phasing or order, I guess. So you probably wouldn't be changing the laptop cover repeatedly and you can't play animations or whatever. But the fact that you can have and sustain a gorgeous, high quality looking, like almost looks like a matte art print when it holds an image there. It's really cool. I love the idea that in the near future they might release a laptop where you can completely reskin your laptop's case to your heart's content without any effects on the battery, laptop, or anything. Very, very cool. One of the things I really wanted to check out, which was announced at CES, was the ZenBook Duo, which I finally got to see in person and is every bit as cool as I thought it looked. A performance laptop that can transform into a super practical dual screen setup. Gorgeous OLED on both screens, which by the way are also both touch screens and stylus supported. And it comes built in with a kickstand so you can actually use it as a tablet.
This one wins first prize. This is really cool. I could picture you
Your number one laptop.
It is. Like they're all really cool. But like the fact that this has this that works with the stylus and like look at that! It just pops straight back up there.
But if you don't want to spread out so much, you can just use it as a totally normal looking laptop.
This is my daily driver, and it's like a little bit heavier, but not a lot. And that's the reason I love this one so much is because like I carry it around like this. It's just like super light. And just, you know, it's very flexible. Whereas this is, I just love that. It's a laptop, but then
It's also very versatile.
I always carry an extra screen with me.
Very, very cool. I love it. But I doubt they would trust me with one after what happened next. The very next event for me was a little bit of a photo shoot and press interview thing. The first photo, of course, was me holding the ProArt PZ13, the one I really loved, which I, of course, immediately dropped. I am not kidding. It was like slow motion. And I stifled the fall with my foot, like so but it probably looked like I kicked it on the way down. I'm not kidding. This is an unannounced embargo, like special device I got like very early exclusive preview to that I dropped on the ground. I feel bad saying it. I kind of wish we were filming when it happened so I could at least show you how terrible it was. At least you can see in the footage that follows that I was very awkward and sweaty and uncomfortable and anxious because I just dropped the device on the ground. I'm gonna say that I was just testing their marketing because they say it's military grade durability. And to their credit, it didn't break. Yeah, in fact, I don't even think it scuffed. So, you know, points there. You passed the test, the Jazza test. Oh my God. That's why they invited me. If that didn't make me look unprofessional enough, the very first thing we were gonna do was get some socials content. I thought they were taking a photo. They were taking a video that asked me a question I was supposed to answer, and I stood there literally like this for a minute before they were like, it's this video, and I was like, oh great. This was going so well, you guys. I can't even express how professional I am. That's why they bring me to Taiwan to represent all artists. Oh my God. So then we go into a photo shoot for an article that ASUS were putting together that I went on to do some interview questions for, and I continued to display my professionalism by explaining to the photographer that at my studio, when we take our thumbnail shoots, we say boop when we take a photo because because that helps me know, like if they're taking a photo on the phone, we usually use the phone. So I change my expression for thumbnail photos. So like boop, 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 boop. I like tweak my expression so I have a variety to choose from. And he very graciously said boop to me while taking all of the photos.
Boop. Boop.
Bloody legend. So good. After wrapping our big fancy early preview event, we all went out for dinner again. Next night out, this time it was to Din Tai Fung, which I also had never had before. And it turns out I love Taiwanese food. Didn't know that. Really good.
So this is a very random cutaway to mention something happened with our dinner reservation that night that meant we had to basically wait around for 15 minutes. No big deal at all. Jeff from ASUS, who is one of the people I've been communicating with for many years, you may remember him from my CES vlogs a year and a half ago. He went and got everyone these sun cakes to apologize for the fact that we had to wait for 15 minutes. It was so sweet. I'm very grateful, Jeff. You didn't have to, but thank you. Apparently, this is a traditional cake. Wow, it's sort of like pastry-esque. Okay. It's sort of like shortbread, but like cakey. Oh, there's like a chewy bit in the middle. Oh, that's good. Although, oh my God, is it messy. Thanks, Jeff. Back to the...
As eventful as the first day was, it wasn't over yet. There was one last trip that we got to make on the first day.
So we've just had an amazing dinner. I'm here with Yule again. Some of you might remember, how many years ago was it in Sydney?
2019?
So like 5 years ago, at a launch event in Sydney, I first met Yule in person. And you said back then, one day we'll bring you to Taiwan.
Yes.
You were right. Here we are, reunited, and we're heading out after an amazing dinner to the Pokemon Center.
For MJ.
Yeah, it's totally for MJ. Not for me as well, or mostly, so. Here we go. Where is it? Hey, look at this. That's so fun.
Day 2 was another press event, and this was the actual public announcement event. Like, people are going to find out about the stuff that was previously under embargo that we weren't allowed to talk about yet. I can still hardly believe that I dropped an unreleased flagship device and got a front row seat to watch the global launch of the device that I dropped.
Explain to me how on earth I end up having a front row seat at a world-renowned tech announcement for ASUS. Look at this. VIP. I'm a VIP. Look at that. Right here, there's nothing in front of me. Except for Caleb. Down in front.
I don't get it.
Perfect.
Anyways, we've all seen these kind of press event videos before, and it was pretty wild to be there in person, like in the front row.
Welcome to the ASUS OS Incredible event for Computex 2024.
This is why they put me in the front row.
Is that the one you want?
That's the one I dropped, yeah.
Oh, you're not kidding.
I'm not kidding, I dropped it yesterday. It's industrial grade build quality there.
They even let me get a selfie with the CEO. So this is basically like a collab with the co-CEO of ASUS.
And this is a great photo opportunity for everyone to commemorate the 2024 Computex AI Incredible Journey. So
Here, all right. There we go. Thanks, guys.
Cool. So then the walls were literally lifted, and all these press and media and bloggers and journalists seeing these devices for the first time and getting a little bit of a glimpse or hands-on. And now it's dropped. Now the embargo's out, and that's obviously I've made this video, so I've followed the rules. I followed a rule. the embargo one, not the don't drop these devices rule.
I have to ask, why am I VIP front row?
Because we want to make sure you get like the front row seat, so we ask that these stickers be made and stuck on there in the morning.
Surely, if there's anything you've learnt so far, though, it's that I'm irresponsible and can't be trusted. So you're going to put me the closest to your co-CEO.
Yeah. Oh, they have an escape route, so.
Oh, okay. All right. So I can't get to them. I don't know. Well, thank you very much. It was really, really great experience.
In all seriousness, I have had the pleasure of working with ASUS for 6 years now. I genuinely love the products they make. Every single promotion I've done with them has just been a real treat because I love receiving and showing off and enjoying and now using on a daily basis everything that they ever work with me on. It's such a treat. And this trip has just been so cool to have the curtain lifted and see all of this stuff early and get to experience that and of course spend time with the amazing teams. Just really, really cool experience. I'm incredibly grateful. Thank you, ASUS. Really, really appreciate it. And of course, everyone watching this, if those devices sound as cool as I make them sound, they are. I love them. Go check them out. I'll put the link in the description. This video is sponsored, so of course, you know, grain of salt and disclaimer and all that. But hey, I'm a tech geek as well as an art geek, and I just feel very lucky to have been able to enjoy all this stuff on this trip so far. And I hope you've enjoyed coming on the journey with me. So it is late. I should go to bed. I've got a big day at Computex tomorrow. So thanks for watching. Bloody bathroom.